Welcome to A Mason's Work, the podcast where we review Masonic symbols and illustrate how they can be used to solve problems in everyday life. With your host, Brian Mattox, a proud member of the Craftsman Online Media Network.
So I was talking with a colleague from the lodge the other day, and we got into the conversation about esotericism. And I want to make a couple things clear for the listeners here. Esotericism is nonsense. I know that's an aggressive statement. What esotericism basically is it suggests that there's hidden knowledge. What we need to understand as Masons is that while there may have been at one point codified hidden knowledge, the knowledge itself exists before the messaging of it. For example, you look at the way human beings reproduce. Before we understood that there were sperm and eggs and all of that, they still existed. We have attached labels to them, and then sometimes we hide those stories about the way the world works in these systems of esoteric hidden meanings. But that is all hogwash. You will not develop magical powers. You are not going to shoot laser beams out of your hands. That's not what this is about. It feels a lot like that as you approach peak performance. You see through all of the behavioral systems that are holding you back. You're able to make, decisions that look prescient, that look precognizant kind of things. You're able to make better decisions because you can see the systems of human behavior at play. But this is not to be confused with this, psychic friends network or any of that kind of space wizardy stuff. So as you're looking at some of the esoteric stuff, understand that they're talking about, working with thoughts and emotions and behaviors. And they codified it because, don't dismiss the fact that they did it because it was cool. But also they did it in a lot of ways because the things that they were communicating in some ways were heretical. So you had to hide the story or the message inside different systems of sort of cryptography, ancient cryptography, to keep, large organizations of a religious nature or of a governmental nature from getting up in your pursuit of the better version of yourself. So with all that said, and the strong assertion that there is no esotericism, so understanding that all of that messaging is essentially self-help materials just codified in different ways, what do you look for then? So why would you go study this the hard way? That's an awesome question. So what I would tell you in the terms of the esoteric pursuits is this: you should work to develop yourself in conventional terms. If time management's your issue, go get the time management books. If you find that you are impulse control is your issue, go get books and go watch YouTubes on how to manage impulse control. And then as you pursue the esoteric sort of conversations, look for those echoes in the work you've done. What you might find is that they can deepen and enrich what you know, but they, again, will not be meaningful or near as sort of useful study tools as what we currently communicate. It's an accessibility problem, right? So if I have to go look at a picture and figure out what every single gesture and symbol and sort of context that they're all implying, essentially you've just made it really hard to go get that information for no real extra benefit, right? So when we start looking at this esoteric information and this esoteric content, don't dismiss essentially backfilling from a place of higher knowledge. Go watch your favorite YouTubers. Go look for information that's been validated scientifically or validated by your own personal experience, and then evaluate that esoteric content for resonance. See what you get, and in that way, you'll be able to turn this esoteric, overblown encoding into something sort of functional and useful and practical for you.
The views represented in this podcast are those of the speaker alone and are not representative of any grand or subordinate lodge.
Hi, Brian here. I wanted to thank you so much for listening to this episode. If you have any suggestions or guidance for further episodes you'd like to see or hear, whatever the case may be, please don't hesitate to reach out to me at amasonswork.com, and we will try and incorporate your suggestions into a future recording. Thanks.
Freemasonry teaches us that the true work is within, a lifelong journey of reflection, discipline, and discovery. At A Mason's Work, we help Masons bring out their best selves through meaningful self-inquiry and symbolic practice. From personal reflection to lodge engagement, we offer tools that turn symbols into action. Visit us at amasonswork.com. The work is within. The time is now.